And now, live from Studio 38 in the world's Roundup City, this is the Great American Podcast. Here's your host, Butch Thurman.
The PBR's John Crimber will join us today on the program. Our first chance to talk to John. You're fresh from a big win at Jacksonville, Florida. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, your first win on the Unleash the Beast Tour. That's got to be pretty special. Tell us how you feel about that.
I feel really good. I've always dreamed to win a PBR event, and I finally got it done this weekend. And just ready to keep it rolling. Yeah.
You jumped to second in the world standings. You're just 18 years old. That's got to feel pretty special as well.
Yes, sir. It means a lot to me right now because it was pretty rough in the beginning, but now I got it back on tracks, and we're just going to keep it going, bull for bull, and see how it all plays out.
Talking to John Crimber today, PBR. He won at Jacksonville, Florida this past weekend. Well, take us through your rides. You went 3 for 3 to get the victory. Tell our listeners about the 3 bulls you got on.
So the first day, I got on the bull, and I actually got a re-ride. And on my re-ride, I went out there and won the round, split the round win with Dalton Castle and Cody Jesus with an 87. Then the second day, I drew a pretty good bull of J.W. Hart's. He used to ride bulls too, and was 87 3/4, won second in the round. And I was coming in number 1 in the short round. I picked a bull called Dozy Down of Martinez and went 91 points on him to win the whole deal. It was just a good one to the left, and just what I needed to win.
John Crimber is our guest today, the PBR, Decatur, Texas. Well, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, growing up and getting into bull riding. I know your father, Paulo Crimber, used to have him on the show a lot. Tell us about growing up and getting involved.
Oh, my dad always rode bulls, and I've always wanted to be like him, so I just try to follow his footsteps, and he kind of guided me the right way I should go, and just always wanted to be like him.
Yeah, and just 18 years old, you've climbed the ladder pretty quickly. I know he's had a lot to do with that.
Yes, sir. Honestly, it has most to do with that because he's the one that helped me throughout my whole career and kind of paved the way for me, just try to put me on the right bulls at the right time, and I think that's why I'm so successful at a young age, is because of him.
Any other sports activities growing up, or were you mostly interested in bull riding?
I like to play soccer and football, but it was mostly bull riding. I just played football really because of my, just to work out and stuff. I was just in like middle school and high school. I didn't go to the gym or anything, but going to football, really helped me kind of. Turn to a young man, just go out there and work out with the football kids and the kind of their mindset too. That it kind of helped me a lot too because they're pretty tough. So yeah.
Tell me about your stair step, your way into the PBR. How did your dad help you? What was the concept and the process at such a young age? How did you start out? What did he get you started on?
For the PBR?
Yeah, to ride bulls at such a young age. How did that process start?
Oh, I rode sheep when I was 3 years old. That was my first time riding a sheep, and then 6 years old, I rode my first bull, and then just kind of went on from there. This past August was when I first started going to PBRs. It's called the Challenger Series. It was during the team series they have, and I just had to do that because I couldn't get on a team yet because of my age. I turned 18 in August, and the draft was in May, so kind of didn't align with that. So I just started riding the Challenger Series and try to qualify to the UTB Series.
PBR's John Crimber on the program today. Speaking of the PBR Team Series, that's become very, very popular. Are you excited and looking forward to the upcoming draft?
Oh, I'm really excited. I feel like I'm more excited about the Team Series than the World Finals coming up. I'm just kind of anxious to see what team I go on, and I'm just ready for riding it, you know.
Your body, how's your body holding up? Lots of bumps and bruises, the normal thing that you go through. How you feeling?
I feel really good right now. At the beginning of the season, though, I had a hand injury, and it was kind of tough. I wasn't riding very good and wasn't very confident, but now I'm feeling good and just ready to roll.
How do you work out? How do you prepare week to week before these big events?
I like to get on practice bulls. I feel like that's my way of confidence. I get on some good bulls, and if I ride them, I'll be pretty confident mentally and physically. So that's really what I try to do mostly.
John, it's been a pleasure having you on the program. Tell your dad I said hello, and we wish you the best of luck, and good luck with the upcoming draft as the Team Series starts to move in here real soon.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
18-year-old John Crimber, Decatur, Texas, joining us today on the program. Well, we'll take a break. We've got plenty more coming up on the program. We've got news and notes and rodeo highlights, and we'll continue in our salute to rodeo livestock here on the Great American Podcast.
For the free spirits drawn by the call of the West, only one brand is worthy of coming along for the ride: Wrangler. It's worn by those who round up old friends and blaze new trails, and by those who know that going off the beaten path is often pretty hard to beat. Because when you ride in Wrangler, you're always ready to saddle up for another adventure. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Let's get back to the Great American Podcast with Butch Thurman.
San Antonio, Texas, $1.3 million in total prize money for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Let's get a look at our champions in the bareback riding. Rocker Steiner, Pickett Pro Rodeo's top notch, 89 points to get the victory. Jacob Talley tops the field in bulldogging at 3.7. Over in the team roping, our winners Derek Begay and Coulter Todd at 3 and 8. Saddle bronc riding, Logan Hay, he's your winner, 87.5. Calgary Stampede's Tokyo Bubbles. For the ladies in breakaway roping, it is Danielle Lohman. And Randy Corley on the Cowboy Channel has the call.
It's good. Danielle Lohman, 1.6. She is hot. She is on fire. Right here.
Shad Money Mayfield captures the tie-down roping at 7 and 2. In barrel racing, Cassie Mowry runs the cloverleaf at 13.68 to pick up the win. And in the bull riding, Clayton Sellers, 90.5 points. Survey Championship Rodeo's Yellowstone. The San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. It's the Tucson Rodeo. All-around cowboy honors Kyle Lucas. He wins money in the tie-down roping and team roping. Other champions include Dean Thompson in bareback riding, 173 points over 2 rounds. Over in the bulldogging, it's Tanner Bruner, a 2-round time of 10 and 2. Team roping winners Cody Snow, Hunter Cook at 10 and 3 over 2 rounds. Now we go to the saddle bronc riding, where it's Statler Wright, 169 points on 2. In the tie-down roping, it's Tough Cooper.
Go to it, Tough. Go to it. You betcha, baby. You betcha. Yes. Oh.
Rodeo announcer Will Rasmussen with the call on the Cowboy Channel. Cooper picking up 8.9 seconds to win the short round and the average at 17 over 2. For the ladies in barrel racing, it's Chelsea Moore, 34-49 on the cloverleaf pattern on 2 rounds. Your bull riding winner, Chase Doherty, 88 big points. Butler and Son Rodeo's Hysteria. The Tucson Rodeo. Wade Sankey Pro Rodeo Phenom Genetics is joining us again on the program. Always good to talk rodeo livestock with you. Let's go to the bareback pen and tell our listeners about the horse Land of Fancy.
Yeah, so Land of Fancy is a younger horse. She's 7 years old. She's ranch raised, of course. She's such a professional bucking horse. For no older than she is, she's been through a lot in her career. I mean, just lots of things didn't go right for that horse when she was growing up, and that's really hard on them. And for her to go through those things and to become what she is, I have to say that never, ever underestimate horses and what they're capable of.
What did she have to overcome? What was it?
Well, just lots of different things. Like, you can draw really bad in this sport, and bad draws, guys that don't ride good, and guys that are hard on horses, and saddles and riggings falling off, and just a lot of stuff that mentally is, if you're trying to keep a horse from bucking, and those things would happen, that'd be a really good way to do it. So, she's big time.
Wade Sankey Pro Rodeo and Phenom Genetics. Talking rodeo livestock again today on the program. We're going to go to the Butler and Son Pro Rodeo and talk to Rhett Butler. Let's go to your bareback pen. Tell me about your horse, South Point's Happy Hour.
Well, it's our first trip here. She's a 6-year-old, and we've bucked her all year long, and she's been really good. But when you get out here with these yellow chutes and all the electricity and the people, you never know what you're going to get. But if you're the right guy, everything worked out just as good as you want it to.
What's the bloodlines? What's the history of this horse?
She's out of a Commotion daughter, bred by the stud South Point. Sired by South Point that was here. He come out here 6, 7, or 8 times the bareback riding, and Commotion was a world champ 3 years in a row, and out of one of his daughters. So
yeah, it's always fun to find out what's in a name.
Oh yeah, that's kind of where that come from. So you come to South Point, you have happy hours, it just all kind of works out. Everybody has a good time.
Congratulations on the round win.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Rhett Butler and Son Rodeo Company out of Elk City, Oklahoma, as we continue to salute rodeo livestock and the stock contractors. And that will wrap up the program for this week. Once again, a big thank you and a congratulations to the PBR's John Crimber joining us earlier in the program. We'll be back again next week here on the Great American Podcast. I'm Butch Thurman.